Guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at SMCI. So last time we talked about this name around last week, I think, around these levels were, we were warning. I was talking about the flows. I was talking about SEC filing, and they were basically delaying 10K filing. And then right here, well, they're what's the name? The regulator. What's his name? What's the firm's name? That guy quits. Ernst & Young resigns as Supermicrocomputer's auditor. And then stock basically gaps down almost like 20-30% in a single day. And then the rest, today it closed at $26 levels. And you got to be careful of, again, these videos are not financial advice, or these are purely for educational entertainment purposes only, okay? But if you go through YouTube and watch like people make content like me, I mean, I'm not a big content creator. I mean, I throw these whenever I have time just for fun. But if you go to bigger channels, like in the comments section, a lot of people are, I don't know, as like new people, new traders are so gullible that they trust everything and anything they see online. And even in my comment section, like every time I make a bullish video, people will be bearish. And if I'm like expressing my opinion, saying that, hey, I'm bearish on this stock, I think it can go down, a lot of people come in and like, oh, I'm gonna buy, this is like generational opportunity, buy the dip this. And like by looking at this chart, you can see, I mean, I'm talking about like big content creators. So you have to be careful of, like, you gotta, no matter what you watch out there, whatever content you consume, you gotta be careful and do your own due diligence, okay? Just do your own due diligence and trust only your own research, okay? Don't listen to any comments or like traders out there like me, because if I have a position, of course, I'm going to disclose it. I mean, that's the rule, right? But there are many guys who will take a long position and they're not going to disclose it, and they will be pumping the stock, okay? Or they're going to get a short position and they will be basically bearish on the stock constantly. So last time, let's just jump into this straight, right? Last time I traded the same right here. I got out here, and then I was lucky to get out because it was weekly, okay? And I didn't follow through at all. But there was a guy, somebody, or big money actually, was coming in and constantly buying like tens of thousands of contracts. Let me see if it's still there. If it's not, that's okay. So that was a 4250 put. Okay, so they're completely out. 4250, but we can see it. Okay, let's take a look, because it's still Friday, it hasn't expired. I'm gonna show you that flow that was coming in and buying this put, and last week's they let it expire actually, and it was very large order. They just, like, as contract was decaying, coming down, they kept buying. Look at this. So this is the chart of that particular contract, 4250 strike. You can see here it's 60 cents, okay, trading at 60 cents. 18,000 order. How many orders? 18,000 contracts they buy. It goes down right here. They come in, buy 10,000. And then they come in, buy another 10,000. It goes down to 40 cents. They come in, buy another 7,000, and then they buy another 2,000. And then that morning, resignation news, and they don't hold it till these prices. They just get out right here because they almost 20x'd their money, 15x their money. As soon as it gaps down, you can see where they sell. They sell, and there's no open interest at this point because all these guys are out. So that's why sometimes, again, it's not always, sometimes it's clear like this, and sometimes it's obvious that it pays to follow like big flows, and that was a telling. So of course, there's always somebody knows something, and it could have been someone who knew that this news is about to drop, and they capitalized on it. And then what happened? They moved their earnings. They should have reported their earnings were scheduled for this week, okay? And they moved it for next week. And so far, actually, they scheduled it for election day. Can you believe it? They scheduled aftermarket close on election day. They're going to report. What a sneaky bastards. When everybody is busy talking about or watching election, they're going to report earnings. And that day, actually, market is going to be short. I think election day, we're going to close 3 hours early. So keep that in mind. So support 22.23, okay? But if nobody's going to like what they have to say on that earnings, this stock can come down all the way to $10. But so far, the support area, I would be watching these low 20s, okay? 20, 22, 23, that's the level. To the upside, any upside move, like significant move, like 10, 20, 30%, it's going to be met with sellers. Because look at this gap. There's so many people trapped trying to bottom tick this name, okay? So many back holders right now. And also, it is a threat. Like, if they actually get kicked out of NASDAQ, and again, this is not my research, so NVIDIA off highs, it's not down too much, but what are these guys? So according to WCCF Tech, they're saying that SMCI, NVIDIA's third largest customer. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. Maybe even if it's 10th largest customer, it will affect the whole this AI narrative really, really bad if they get kicked out of NASDAQ. And according to my research, they were caught like cooking the books back like, I don't know, like 10, 15, 20 years ago. Actually, SMCI was delisted for cooking the books. Okay, so it's not first time they are being shady. So yes, I sound very bearish, but I don't care about that particular stock at all. I care about entire chip market. So this is the SOX, Semiconductor Index, trading above its 200-day moving average, but it's testing that 200-day moving average. If this index and all, in general, if chip makers close below 200-day moving averages, and there are many damaged charts out there for chip makers. Let's take a look at year to date. I just want to see which stocks are performing how. So semiconductors. Well, we have AMD, which has been struggling, right? 3.7% down year to date. Intel, we know what's going on. Qualcomm trying to buy them after election. We'll see. And Broadcom, Nvidia, these are the names. These are the only names that are outperforming the market. Broadcom, Nvidia, and probably Texas Instruments as well, because it's up 20%. So, and then Qualcomm 14%, and then we have Micron 16%. But it's pretty mixed bag, right? So that's why it's very crucial. So wherever Nvidia is gonna go, that's where all these things go. But if SMCI come out and it's not too far, I mean, it's not that much of a time left. They have to report, and then they have probably another week or so, because if you go to SEC filings, NASDAQ notice of giving them like 60 days to comply with the NASDAQ rules was issued September 17th. So November 17th is the last day. I think they should file 10K. Since their auditor quit, we don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, we have to listen to their earnings and then go from there. But I'm gonna be short. I'm gonna be looking this name as a short, possible short, but implied volatility is high at this point. And even today, if you take a look at the put to call ratio, there is 700,000 puts traded, 480,000 calls traded. So this is the first time I'm seeing like this stock was not getting like this many contracts literally before split. As soon as split happened and all those rumors after them, like short report came out and then them unable report their 10K and then moving earnings and then outer quits. It's pretty crowded. You can see like people are going. Okay, I'm seeing large. Okay, let's see. January 20 put. I don't know if it's sell or put or buy. There's 22 put. Again, a lot of people could be just taking advantage of implied volatility. But if you are somebody who's trying to trade it, look at the implied volatility in terms of options. Very, very expensive. Very, very elevated. Super expensive. That's why I didn't bother to touch it, because today I was watching it to possibly trade on a like daily 0 day to expire. Even then I couldn't find any deals on this one, so I just didn't bother it. So you got to be careful, but I'm personally watching it to the downside and watching it from the sidelines. If there's going to be any pop after earnings report, I would be watching for cheap contracts to look for. But right now, right here, whenever I see this situation, of course, there's a lot into these implied volatility. There's a lot of events baked in: election, rate cuts, their own earnings, possibility of their 10K release, and then also, that due date for 10K. So, and then delisting risk, right? So, and it's all into this November, okay? In November, everything is going to have resolve, whether the stock is going to survive and stay here or not. But if it doesn't, NVIDIA, watch out, guys, watch out. But that's the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.